YouTube, this is Retta. How are you today? If you see it a little smoky, it's because I have some enlightenment oil going, and I also have some cleansing smoke going, some incense that I made, which I need to make some more. I just realized it's at the end of, I'm just cleansing these cards real fast. So I'm doing Peter Stark. For all my new subscribers, hello. My name is Intuitive Retta. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram under Intuitive Retta. For those that are interested, I do have a reading room. It's not guaranteed that you will be accepted. There's questions that need to be asked. It's called Retta's Reading Room. And you can find it off of my Intuitive Retta Facebook page. And not everybody is accepted. So there's questions. My administrator, Alice, she will go through the questions. And if you meet our criteria, you'll be accepted. My regular Intuitive Retta is free for anybody. It's my Facebook, and anybody can join that. But there is a private Retta's Reading Room group that you can join if you meet certain criteria. I want to say, if you're interested in your own personal reading for me, you can contact me via email at rettaware@gmail.com. Please don't forget to like, comment below. You can either like or dislike this video. It doesn't make a difference. And make sure you comment and make sure you subscribe, and try to click the bell button. A lot of my subscribers, some get the messages, some don't. So I'm going to do Peter Stark, and it's funny because I am sent. I try to watch. This is part 2. I try to watch part 1 of Peter Stark. So I put in my name and I put Peter in to come up on YouTube, and everything like news, everything but my reading came up. And I found that very strange. So I had to actually put in Intuitive Retta and Peter. And then this reading came up. So usually if I put in Retta at the search bar and whoever I'm thinking of, you know, it comes up. But for some reason with Peter, it's censored. You have to put in my full Intuitive Retta and Peter, or Peter Stark, for the reading to come up. So this is part 2. So part 1 got cut off short. Hopefully this one doesn't. My power went off today, and my battery, this one is dying, and I do have a new one, but the power was off, so it wasn't able to charge. So my first reading on Peter was really dealing with him and his relationship, kind of. It didn't even go into his relationship with Lisa Page. When I did Lisa Page, there's a reading on Lisa Page, I kind of went into the relationship. Now there's new information that has came out. I put a question in my reading room, what kind of questions that people wanted to ask. And Alice was the only one to respond at the time. And so Alice, I'll try to get all your questions, and I have them written down here, that you want to know about. So, from my old readings in regards to Lisa, she was really in love with this man. So right now we're going to focus on these new emails that came out in regards to their contingency plan to kind of, you know, leak things in the media and so forth to bring Trump down. So, as I said before, I'm still working on cleaning up my mess. You realize I'm nowhere near done. I even want to change my pad. I still have a mess everywhere that I need to clean up, but I need to get this reading done. So these are some of the new decks that have decided. I got to do some shuffles for this because I had them all in order. And these are the decks that my pendulum said, hey, you got to use this for the reading. So these are my fall decks. And I probably won't get to the Jordan, Jim Jordan. I think I'm saying his name right. Probably won't get to his reading until Sunday because I'm still cleaning up these decks. And but my energy wants me to get this Peter Stark video done. So we want to see where he is now in regards to these new stuff that came out, these new text messages and so forth. We're going to see where he is at now. So this is the above and below. I believe it's the above, the below, as above, so below. Book of Shadows. Tarot, I'm going to use the Last Vampires. And then also, I'm going to use my Tarot of this week, Twilight. But I'm going to start off. So I'm going to see the energy around him. Let's see how this deck works for me. Enlightenment, inspiration, epiphany, innovation. So, there's some enlightenment going on, either for him or for us. So we'll see what this has to do with anything. So it's saying enlightenment. Okay, so where is Peter at now since this new information came out? The Magician. So he's in the process. So this is like, this goes to this. So this inspiration, this epitome, this innovation has to do with his magician. Is he going to kind of steer this narrative the way he wants to? Is he going to use this for his own purpose? A lot of people think that this is the nail in the, this is the nail in the coffin. Maybe it's not. So is he going to use this? Is he in the process of kind of bringing his own narrative, to bring his own thoughts and kind of manipulate them for his own purpose? We'll see. What's the cross to bear? Is the Two of Swords. So even though he has this, magician energy of, trying to make something out of nothing, or trying to create from his thoughts and make something, his problem or his burden is he's not clear. He's not clear on what direction he's going to go. He's not clear on what decisions he needs to go. He really needs to kind of sit down, kind of woosah a little bit, like sit down. This shows a picture of a lady meditating. So he kind of needs to kind of sit down, put his thoughts and what he wants to accomplish, maybe meditate, maybe have a quiet time, and kind of make a decision. And from that decision, decide where he's going to go from it. Because he doesn't really have, even though he has this energy, but remember, he's the Hermit. So he kind of also has, like I said before, he's kind of an introvert. He may have some mental illness or imbalance. But with the Hermit energy, they always kind of go for enlightenment. So he is someone that kind of studies. He was probably always someone that studies and learns and so forth. But he's very introverted, and that can kind of mess with his psyche a little bit. So let's see. Underneath all of this is the Knight of Swords, is putting his thoughts and words in action. You see this frustration. So you see that he has this magician energy of trying to come up with something, kind of come up with the story, kind of come up with his narrative, kind of get his thoughts out from the ether and bring them forward. But he has no idea how to do it. He has no idea what direction to turn, which way to go. And it looks like he's, usually a knight is to go forth on words and actions and not too much thought. But this girl, this is the first time I'm using this deck, she looks very frustrated. It shows a lady that's sitting down, that's, writing things and then crumpling things up and throwing it to the side. And, she doesn't look at peace. So it's like, he has these, is he in like a manic phase maybe, because he has these enlightenment, this inspiration, this epiphany, which is showing that, there's that magician energy, but it's showing there's some frustration, not a clear direction, and it's showing here some more. It's hard for him to go forth on actions and his thoughts is because he's so frustrated that he doesn't know where to start. So he comes up with, oh, I have this great idea to get myself out of this, or to come up with a story, and he gets frustrated and crumbles it up. So if he could come up with a sit down and put his thoughts and get some meditation going on in a quiet space, he could come up with a really good story. He could get himself out of this, really. Let's see behind him. is all these thoughts coming out, these truths coming out, these thoughts coming out, these truths coming out, and it's been going on for like the last year. Let's see what's in his head right now. Is the Queen of Swords. So a lot is going on. To me, this Queen of Swords has a lot to go on. I think it has to do with two people. One of these ladies kind of looks like Hillary, and she always comes up as the Queen of Swords to me. So it's Hillary, and it kind of looks like Lisa Page. So that's what's on his mind, is these two women, is Hillary and Lisa Page. And what story are they coming up with? Is Lisa Page more with Hillary, or is Lisa Page with him? And she looks like, you know, someone's telling her what to say, and she's going to say it, or she's going to do it. Let's see. He's also, I think, even though she was in love with him, look at this, for sale. Lovers, it could be his marriage, it could be their relationship. Lovers is about choices. He liked having these choices of having a wife and having an affair. And he might have even told Lisa, I'm going to leave my wife. I'm going to leave my wife. I'm going to leave my wife. This is what I'm thinking about with this whole for sale thing. Like, I'm going to leave my wife. He had her feeling very secure. Also, I think he's thinking about, look at this. This is a man sitting down with a computer. So this is, like I said, he's still trying to come up with a plan. This is what he's doing. This is the page. The page always kind of comes up with a plan. This is a plan of action in regards to business, home, whatever. And he's on the computer trying to write his story. And he has all these busy bees. So he has other people trying to work with him to write a story. To write a story. But you see down here, there's some frustration. There's not a clear, let's see in the future. His family. I think he's going to focus a lot on his family in the future. He's going to focus on his family. In the future. Also, this is the page. This is the swords of his thoughts. You see, there's a kind of a Polaroid on a kite, and it's going away. So to me, this is the page of swords. So this would be like coming up with a plan. I think things kind of got away from them. It kind of got away from them, and to me, this looks like Hillary again. Things kind of got away from her. Like it kind of got away from her. You know, her reach is not as long as it used to be. It kind of got away from her. Let's see. This is a celebration. So there's a celebration going on. There is a celebration going on in regards to, it looks like some women are celebrating. It could be like 6 women or 3 women. So there's his family. There is like, this is like the information kind of got away from him, but she's still pulling the string, because I see this woman still pulling the string. It got away from her. It's getting away from her, but she still has some way to pull the string. And there's some celebration. So I don't understand exactly what this means. It's telling me a lot, but I'm not understanding these 2 aspects. So maybe we can try to figure it out. We're 14 minutes in. I hope I don't have to do a part 3. Okay. So what we're going to do now is, there's some questions that the people put. Is he part of the CIA too? So he's FBI, but does he have anything to do with the CIA? Is he also part of the CIA? So is Peter also part of the CIA? Is Peter also part of the CIA? The High Priestess. I always talk about the High Priestess. There is, look at, hand in hand. See these 2 things hand in hand, but it's one presence is known and one isn't known. but it might start coming to light. I think he was he's part of the FBI and part of the CIA, but I don't think his more physical presence was in the FBI, but he does have a presence, a lighter presence in the CIA. So the other question was, what does that play? How is that going to play his involvement with the CIA? How does that play into things? The Four of Swords. Okay. So how does that play? The fours are all about foundations. So this is a foundation card, the Four of Swords. And look at this lady. She's kind of enjoying herself. You know, she's at work. She's not too, she's not too serious. I don't know if she's taking time to smell the flowers or if she's eating, but she's kind of relaxed. So his ability to have both himself in both aspects of the FBI and the CIA has, he felt like he had a firm handle on things. He wasn't too worried about, he wasn't too worried about things. He wasn't worried about what was going on with his computer or his information in regards to the computer, because there's a computer and there's things going on there. He had a very relaxed atmosphere. Maybe that's how they got caught, is because they were so relaxed. He took time to enjoy himself and they thought they had it in the bag. And this was part of the end. So this is a Ten of Swords, which is always an end. It's an end, but with this end was kind of like a reunited of the phoenix, like from the ashes you'll rise again. So who is rising again? From the ashes you'll rise again. So what did that give an aspect to? To me, this kind of reminds me of Paige, Lisa Page. So is she going to be important from whether he rises from the ashes as the phoenix, or is she going to bury him? Because of this aspect of the FBI, what does this mean? What is going on? I think he felt like he had a firm handle on anything. And Lisa is going to be a big thing of whether he rises from the ashes or he just burns. This is also, this is the Seven. There's a lot of swords. So this is a lot of thoughts. This is a lot of, thoughts and written and intelligence. And this is what is all going on, is he got a lot of intelligence. This is, look at this. So him having both FBI and CIA gave him an ability to, relax, gave him ability, to have this relationship with Lisa Page, to kind of, maybe she reinvented him, she made him feel special or whatever, and she has the ability to bring him down, bring him up, whatever. But he had a lot of information because he had both aspects of the FBI and the CIA. So he had a lot of information. He has lots of information from different, I think he got information not only from the FBI, the CIA, but somewhere else too. So he had an abundance of information. Abundance of information. Okay, so what is the next question? Will there be justice? Justice, is he going to see justice? I think that's what you're going to see. Is he going to see justice? Is he going to get in trouble? Is he going to go to jail for, the things that he's did? Let's see. So if your questions weren't asked in this thing, I'm sorry. I only seen this person's questions at the time of this reading. Is there going to be justice? This is, I don't think he's seen, I don't think he's feeling, I think he's relaxed. I think he's nervous. So this is three. There's an F there. There's three people or three things that are trying to. He's trying to act like he's not stressed out about this. You see, he's sitting down, relaxing, drinking a cup of coffee, but her eyes is on these candles, and around these candles are lizards, So even though she's looking relaxed, and also, you know, she's not really paying attention. Like, there's information, there's news coming in. But he's so focused on what's going on here that he's not really focused on whoever's trying to give him news or information, or trying to kind of give him signals, or trying to kind of give him information. He's not paying attention. He's relaxed, but he's not relaxed. You know, he feels the heat. There's a fireplace there, so he does feel the heat, and his focus is on 3 people. His focus is really on 3 people. Let's see. Look at, there's these lizards again. And there is a effort. So this is, the 5 of Wands is competition, coming together, competition. There are people, there's at least 4 people, 3 men and 1 woman, that is looking into the emails, the dates. Look at this. This is dates, the emails. The dates, the emails in regards to, and there's really a woman that's the head of looking into this stuff in regards to him. And you see these lizards. So here there's 3 ones that he's worried about. There's actually 5. There's actually 5. So they're looking at information in regards to digital form and the dates. The dates are important. And what's funny is on this date, it says June, and what's June, and what is circled is the 21st. So it could be June 3rd or the 21st. Maybe that has to do with something. So I don't know what happened on June. The Knight of Swords is a lot of, even for him, is he going to get in trouble? There's a lot of frustration going on. Not only like he had his frustration of making up a story, I think these people are also very frustrated in regards to, they give out information and they talk about it, but it's not taken seriously. They keep giving out information that's not taken seriously. So, okay, if that's not, if people aren't going to take that seriously, okay, let's bring out this. Okay, they're not taking that seriously. Okay, let's bring out this. So, do I see him going to jail? I don't see jail right now. I see a lot of frustration. I do see there's an ongoing of at least 4 people that are actively trying to bring him down, tie him to dates, calendars, tie him to 5 people, trying to understand this digital information in regards to the dates and times and these 5 people. It's like they keep bringing things out, but it's like, you know, it's not working. They keep bringing things out and it's not working. They keep bringing this out and it's not working. So, okay, so there's that. Was there talks about assassinating Trump? I hope this doesn't go out. Was there talks about assassinating Trump? Let's just see. Was there talks about assassinating Trump? Yeah. But they didn't have a real clear plan. They weren't clear on what direction they were going to go. I would say, yes, there was talks, but there wasn't no clear plan. They didn't know which direction they were going to go. It wasn't a clear directive of we're going to assassinate Trump. It was an indecisive. Are we going to assassinate him or are we not going to assassinate him? It was indecisive whether they were going to do it or not do it, or how they were going to do it. It wasn't clear. Who pulls his strings? Is there someone that pulls Peter Stark's strings? Is there someone that's pulling Peter Stark's strings? There's that card again. You guys see me? Yes, I do. I think it was Hillary. It's indecisive. I don't think we're going to find out communication from her and him. They might find communication between her and Lisa, or her and someone else that in that group that they had that related to Hillary. But it's indecisive of Hillary. You're not going to find Hillary was pulling his strings per se. We're not going to find that information. We're going to find that Hillary was in talks with someone else, and that's how, if that makes sense to you. And people are going to say, oh, Hillary. Well, yeah, Hillary's showing herself in here again. So it could be either a redhead that was in part of it, or this could be Lisa Page. But it was a younger, you know, there was someone else that Hillary was in talks with, a woman. And so, I still don't think Lisa Page she has information, but I don't think she has clear-cut answers in regards to him. So that's the end of the reading. I'll talk to you guys later. I hope it was informative. I know Lisa still loves it. Maybe we have, hopefully this doesn't cut off. Let's see, what is Lisa's feelings towards Peter now? What is Lisa's feelings toward Peter real quick right now? What is Lisa Page's feelings towards Peter right now? Four of Wands. She still loves him. She still does. She still loves him. She still feels like she has this foundation with him. She still feels comforted by him. Oh, woulda, coulda, shoulda. She still has feelings for him. She still does. Okay, so that's the end of the reading. Talk to you guys later. Bye.